Taiwan's main opposition, Kuomintang or KMT, has formally selected new Taipei Mayor Hou Yu-Yi as the party's nominee for the next year's presidential election. Now, he warned that under the ruling Democratic Progressive Party's leadership, the island is being seen as the most dangerous place on earth due to rising tensions with China. Victoria Jen has more.
Hou Yu-Yi!
In a show of unity, a group of KMT heavyweights are rallying around its presidential candidate, Hou Yu-Yi. The 64-year-old new Taipei city mayor is the KMT's hope of unseating the ruling Democratic Progressive Party after 8 years of its rule. Despite the strong showing of support, Mr. Hou is facing major hurdles in the presidential race. Since his nomination in May, his approval rating has been on a free fall, plunging to below 20% according to various polls. Mr. Hou is now trailing last in the three-way race, even behind his counterpart from the 4-year-old Taiwan People's Party, or TPP, led by former Taipei City Mayor Kuomintang.
我们认为侯友宜可能还没有完全准备好作为一个这个总统选战的候选人。那这些东西会随着当选战的展开之后，在不同的这种面向当中被呈现出来。譬如说国际的议题啦，譬如说能源的议题啦，譬如说在危机处理的犯错啦，其实侯友宜从5月17号到提名到现在短短2个月，在这些议题上面都有不断的一个问题出现。
The fact that Mr. Hou is not as media savvy as Mr. Ke has also become one of his biggest weaknesses, as he's losing touch with the younger group of voters. Analysts said that TPP presidential candidate Kuomintang has absorbed more than 70% of support from the KMT. Mr. Hou is not only losing public support, but also some backing from within his own party. There have been dissenting voices within the KMT calling to replace Mr. Hou. Among them is lawmaker Zheng Liwen, who claims that the centriold party faces the risk of losing its political relevance.
现在呢，国民党面对一个非常重大的危机。那么最主要的就是因为侯市长他现在的民调一直垫底，非常的低迷哈。 那么，我们有很多的支持者转而去支持柯文哲，也有部分的支持者转而去支持郭台铭。那么，这是最主要的一个原因。问题是说，我们都有非常深的危机感。今天国民党如果不面对危机，提出解放的话，我们很可能会被边缘化。
But KMT chairman Eric Chu remains steadfast, and he hopes to use the party congress to unify factions and consolidate support for Mr. Hou. The KMT has recently formed a new campaign team, aiming to boost Mr. Hou's popularity, but analysts say it will be an uphill task. This, especially with DPP presidential candidate William Lai leading the poll with more than 35% support rating. DPP is pulling out all the stops to rule the island for the third consecutive term, the first time for a political party since the first public vote for presidential election took place in 1996.
如果侯友宜要赢这场选战的话，对，势必要整合所谓的非绿阵营。那假设这个选战是侯友宜对决赖清德的话，那侯友宜他就要想办法整合非绿阵营。那当然，非阵营目前民调最大区块就是柯文哲嘛。那其实还有一小块是郭台铭的。所以侯友宜的挑战，他是一步一步要整合非绿阵营的过程当中，只有这个选项，他才能够形成1对1的对决。
But so far, Mr. Ke has shown no signs of willingness to team up with Mr. Hou, given his higher approval rating. Meanwhile, the KMT said Mr. Hou would not run on the same ticket with Mr. Ke as his running mate, making it more difficult for the opposition to win. The KMT's party Congress may be a show of unity to the outsiders, but in reality, analysts say that the party is still struggling with factional infighting. In fact, the party may be further divided if Foxconn founder Terry Gou joins the fray. So it's going to be a tough road ahead for Mr. Hou as well as the KMT.